Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at the market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Thursday, February 27th, 2013. We've got a fair amount of signals on both sides today here in the NASDAQ patch. We do have some CPS signals on the downside, which is I think what we want to focus on here. Got that condition in Adobe, Amgen, and also Broadcom. Additionally, there are a couple of other notable items. First Solar has a contra candle. It's 5% above the day's open on really big volume. So there's possibility that more of that gap could be closed. So keep an eye on that tomorrow. eBay also has a volume bump, as does Baidu. We've got a open-close deviation here setting up in BlackBerry. That's 3% below the day's open. Moving on to the financials. Again, mixed with the signals. We do have a couple of CPS signals, one in American Express and also one in ICE. One in ICE is also sporting a downside open-close deviation. Moving on to the energy names, a little bit to the sell side here, definitely because we've got a couple of downside CPS signals. We've got one in Schlumberger and also one in RIG. Valero is notably below its open. So keep an eye on that. The PBR has a volume bump, as does Chesapeake CHK. Got a little bit of a conflict going on here in Devon, but that'll clear itself up before the close. As far as the generals go, Best Buy's got an upside CPS on good volume, so if we do proceed to the upside tomorrow, keep an eye on that. Also, Verizon is finally getting a little range together today. That one's got an upside CPS condition as well, plus a volume bump. Moving on to the housing names, starting to take some profits today. Starting to see some RPS conditions here, pulling off the highs. A lot of these stocks are still pretty strong today, but they're notably off the highs. So we could just definitely want to stalk these for downside continuation tomorrow and a potential reversal day. Transports, a couple of downside CPSs. We've got one. We're flirting with one in dry ships, and we have one probably in place in the shares of UNP. And finally, on to the commodities. Starting to see some better bidding here in some of these names, especially the ag names. Potash agricultural name has an upside CPS signal, as does Mosaic. Double G is sporting a contra candle, as is ACH. Silver Wheaton, however, does have a downside CPS to consider. Alco is trading very strongly today, 3.5% above the day's open. And that one's working on pretty good volume today. Alright folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight, and if you find these videos enjoyable and helpful, please don't forget to thumb them up.